going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another edition of the Vinyl Shit. Man, I was trying out that rum, and that shit didn't work out, man. I had to go back to old trusty whiskey. You know a tragedy, man? When you run out of Fireball and all you have left is some fucking shitty Southern Comfort. I don't know how the hell I used to actually like this garbage, man. Like, going from Fireball to Southern Comfort is like going from fucking Halle Berry to Precious. Maybe not that bad. Maybe like Halle Berry to like Oprah. Anyway, give me a little sip of this Oprah, and we can get started. Real quick though, I was just discussing with myself today how much I love the Spice Girls. So I actually got online and I was looking up their records, and to my dismay, they're really expensive and kind of hard to find. So if any of you guys out there are ever digging and you find a copy of either of the first two Spice Girls records, I'm talking about Spice and Spice World, hit your boy up, man. I'll do some trading or I'll buy them straight from you, whatever. Just let me know. And no, this is not a troll. I really like the Spice Girls because I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. I had a little love, now I'm back for more. Wanna make love to you, baby. Set your spirits free. It's the only way to be. I need to hear that coming out of my speakers, you know what I'm saying? So, holla at your boy. First record I'm going to show you, this is Husker Du, Candy Apple Gray. Husker Du was one of the best punk bands ever, period. And I don't think I'm crazy saying that. You know, they had that great hard edge sound with a bit of melody that a million bands ripped off after them, you know. Doesn't matter what people want to call this, punk, post-punk, whatever. It's a fantastic record. You know, it was their first record on Warner Brothers. So everyone thought they were going to sell out or thought they'd sold out. I don't know, whatever. But this is some great playing, some great songwriting, some awesome heartfelt lyrics, you know, quite a bit about breaking up. And, you know, hey, let me tell you something, man. Listen to Hardly Getting Over It and tell me that that's not a beautiful song. You know, if you're a fan of stuff like Sam I Am or Lifetime or any of that kind of stuff, you should definitely get into Husker Du. Especially, you know, if you're one of those type of people that's into that kind of emo-ish punk sound now, and you kind of interested in where that came from, you should definitely look into Husker Du because they're a great band and this is a great record. Now, be aware that, you know, not all the records sound like this. Some of them are more punk than this, but this is one of my favorites, so yeah. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Ice-T, Ron Pays. You know, this was his debut album. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I don't listen to this. I bought it because I found it for like $3 or something, you know. This came out in 87, and seriously, it sounds like it came out in 87. It is known for having one of the first gangster rap songs, which is 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeak across the bathroom floor. You know, there's not something I listen to on a regular basis or even a semi-regular basis. You know, it's just kind of something that a hip-hop nerd should own. And I'm not quite a hip-hop nerd, but I like to think of myself, I don't know, borderline. Like, not so much Screech, but maybe like one of those, his like weird side friends. Whatever. Next record I'm going to show you, this is the Ildjarn Hate Forest split. I bought this actually for the Ildjarn side. I'm not a huge fan of Hate Forest. I like their music, but I don't like the vocals. You know, it's really dirty, primitive black metal. Super well played, but the vocals just kind of suck. They're like death metal vocals, and it doesn't sound that good to me over, you know, that type of black metal. But the Ildjarn side, oh man. For those who don't know, Ildjarn was a session musician. He played with Emperor. I don't remember what he played. I want to say guitar maybe. Ildjarn is exactly the type of black metal that I love. That really raw, gross, aggressive, atmospheric black metal. You know, better material than some of their older stuff, which is cool, but it has like that really shitty drum machine sound. This has actual real drumming and has great playing. I know it's limited edition, but I honestly don't know what it's limited to. But it's a really nice gatefold here. You know, so yeah, if you like really ugly black metal, really gross black metal, definitely give this a shot. This is one of the best doing that sound. Just as ugly as you can possibly imagine. That's Ildjarn. Good stuff, man. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Ihsahn Ermita or Ermita, whatever. God, if you don't know who Ihsahn is, that's kind of an issue. But Ihsahn is the main person behind Emperor, my favorite black metal band of all time. And this was his solo stuff after Emperor ended, of course. It's not really black metal. It's more progressive metal. A lot of really cool avant-garde elements that you really wouldn't expect. Some almost jazzy elements to it. Some groovy-ish parts. Insert here. Really nice. It's on this really nice colored vinyl. It's really cool. Next record I'm going to show you. This is another Ihsahn record. This is, I don't know how to pronounce that. You know, there's some guy that always gives me German tips on here. You know, hey, Das Seelenbrechen. That's as good as you're going to get. This continues on the same path of Ermita. Still really progressive. Some great vocal performances here. Some really cool piano riffs. Some awesome saxophone played by the guy from Shining. Even some like electronic overish elements. You know, really cool. Some really cool atmosphere. This almost made my my 2013 list, but it got beat out by something. I don't really remember what, but it doesn't matter. Either way, here's the inside here. Some really nice clear vinyl. I would definitely suggest picking these records up if you like progressive metal. Like I said, it's not really black metal. There's not really too much black metal here, but yeah, this is just really fantastic avant-garde progressive metal. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Immortal's Pure Holocaust. Yes, that's what this is. This is one of the best black metal albums ever written. Immortal's always been one of my favorite black metal bands for the reason that they can actually make you feel what they're going for. You know, you feel the absolute freezing cold in their music. This stuff screams winter. You know, to me, they're up there with Mayhem as far as being one of Norway's like best black metal bands. You know, and this was their second record, pretty hard to come by on vinyl. I got this at a record show for far less than I should have paid. You know, I want to say I got it for about half of what I should have. The guy didn't know what he had. Sorry if you're watching this. Hey, next time do your research. This has the first song I ever heard by Immortal, and that's the song Pure Holocaust. And oh my god, I fell in love with that song. Rest in peace to the drummer Eric, who played on that, but he committed suicide later on. Awesome. This is the inside. But yeah, this is a pretty hard to come by record. I honestly don't remember what this is limited to. You know, if you really care, you can look it up. But yeah, this is amazing. I doubt you will, but if you ever saw this in person for under $60, you should buy it. Next record I'm going to show you. This is another Immortal record. This is Blizzard Beasts. This is actually my favorite Immortal record. The riffs, amazing. You know, combine some like really good death metal riffs with black metal atmosphere, and you have this record, and it sounds perfect. What's interesting about this record is, like, while other black metal bands at the time were pulling the bass from their music and going for like more of a raw sound, these guys added bass, making them like way heavier than all the other bands in the scene. Maybe not all, but most of the other bands in the scene, you know, and it really gives this record a really, really unique sound. I can listen to this record like almost daily. Next record I'm going to show you, this is In the Nursery, Counterpoint. This is old school industrial. This record in particular collects a bunch of their songs from, I want to say the mid-80s, right? Yeah, the mid to late 80s. If you're into stuff like Derblish Darsh or like Blood Axis or maybe some Liebach, then I think you'd kind of dig this. You know, this is really cool stuff. So, yeah, check them out. Next record I'm going to show you, this is the Incredible String Band, Changing Horses. Incredible String Band is one of my favorite old school psychedelic folk bands. You know, and this is a fantastic record. It has like this great, like just silly feeling to it and this atmosphere. A lot of the songs are really fun and whimsical and goofy, but the playing is fantastic and the singing is fantastic. Let me show you the actual record. This is from 1969. Okay, how cool do they look? Let me show you the inside. The inside's awesome. Look at that. It's like truly old school hippie folk. If you don't know Incredible String Band, but you listen to stuff like Devendra Banhart or any of that freak folk stuff that came out later, Joanna Newsom, Fleet Foxes, any of that shit, you know, you should really listen to Incredible String Band. They're seriously the pinnacle, in my opinion, of that whole like psychedelic acid folk movement from the late 60s and 70s. Or not even late 60s, I want to say like mid 60s they started making music. But anyway, yeah, get this if you can find it. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Inept, Images of Betrayal. Inept was a really cool hardcore band. I don't remember where they were from. I want to say either Chicago or Ohio, one of the two. But I basically bought this because I remember seeing them a few times back in the day. They're good. They're kind of jihad-ish. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd really recommend this to a lot of people unless you just really like hardcore. Totally has the old school, like old school hardcore fold-out inserts. All you old hardcore kids would know what I was talking about. Seriously, like how seen is that haircut, dude? Like, oh man, it's so awesome. It brings back fond memories of the 90s. Next record I'm going to show you, pure dopeness. This is Infesticons, Sun Hill Road. This is Myke Ladd, who's super dope, super weird MC. It has a lot of really cool features. Like BMS, who you might remember from Company Flow on Funk Crusher Plus. Priest and Beans from Anti-Pop Consortium. Saul Williams. Yeah, this is a really cool record. I'll show you the inside. Not too much to see. But yeah, if you like Company Flow, like, I think you'd like this. Or if you like Rob Sonic, like old school Rob Sonic type stuff. Or if you like Kool Keith even. Like, a lot of the songs are that really spacey, like choppy kind of hip hop. But then some of the songs are like really weird, almost like drony-ish songs. Like the one with Saul Williams, Monkey Theme. But yeah, this has some incredible beats on it. And some super dope rhymes by Myke Ladd and a host of others. So yeah, if you can find this record, you should definitely pick this up. And shout out to NASA, who recorded this album, and I didn't even know until after I bought it. Neat stuff. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Integrity Systems Overload. This is, what's it called? The A3 Or mix. Okay, this is Integrity's second record after Those Who Fear Tomorrow, who, that record is still like my, it's kind of tied with Unbroken's Life, Love, Regret as being my absolute favorite hardcore album ever written. But yeah, this is their second record. The music is really cool, but after Those Who Fear Tomorrow, this one seemed a bit thin, you know? It wasn't as heavy, it wasn't as evil sounding as Those Who Fear Tomorrow, so I wasn't super into it. This was more tough guy, hardcore sounding. But unbeknownst to me, there was an alternate mix that never got released until this. It's something that Aaron Melnick and Robert Orr put together, and it's a lot heavier. You know, it gives the songs a completely new feel. But this was limited to 600 copies. I don't know if you can still get this or not, but it's awesome. It's on this nice, like, lavender colored vinyl. Not really tough color pick for integrity. One of my favorite songs is Armenian Persecution. I love that song. Salvation's Malevolence was a really cool song. I remember when I first got this, the song No One kind of turned me off. Cross me again and we'll see. You'll be the one to fucking pay. Anyway, but yeah, if you can find this, you should definitely pick it up. It's an awesome record, and it sounds a lot better now that they've added a lot of thick, chunky bass to it. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Inquisition, Obscure Verses for the Multiverse. This was their most recent release. This was limited to 1,000 copies. This is the first press. If you don't know who Inquisition is, you're fucking up. They sound like Immortal, but instead of the cold that they sing about, instead they sing about these weird cosmology topics, you know? But they actually have really interesting riffs, like Immortal. It's not just a bunch of like tremolo picking. It reminds me of a more raw Blizzard Beast, if that makes sense. So yeah, you should definitely give this a shot. The front cover, back cover, all that satanic shit. Yeah, Inquisition is only 2 people. I actually saw them live. I don't remember with who, but I saw them live and it was just the guitarist and the drummer. And it was an awesome show. It was just odd. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Judas Iscariot, The Cold Earth Slept Below. Judas Iscariot is one of my all-time favorite black metal bands. I think they're one of the best U.S. black metal bands ever. You know, along with Black Funeral and Absu. You know, they're just awesome. Like, they really epitomize the classic black metal sound, that cold, ugly, dirty sound. And this was a one-person black metal project. He played everything on here. You know, so yeah, you should definitely look into this. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Koldbrann Vertigo. This was on my best albums of 2013 list. You know, what this record is a black metal band from Norway, and they're basically what Satyricon should have become after Now Diabolical. You know, great cold riffs, but that more steady drumming is not just a whole bunch of blast beats. A real focus on actual songwriting. You know, like picture Satyricon's Volcano, but mix it with like newer Mayhem type stuff, and you'll have Koldbrann. This was limited to 250 copies. Go ahead and show you the insert. Nothing super special there. Nice red vinyl. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Kraftwerk Radio-Activity. You know Kraftwerk. I mean, come on. A bunch of weird-ass electronic music. You know, nothing too harsh or anything, but still a part of the industrial music revolution to me. You know, lots of Moog, lots of keyboard, string sounds, some funny laser sounds, a lot of vocoder. If you're a fan of Coil, like, come on, like, and you've never heard of Kraftwerk, or if you're a fan of Over and you've never heard of Kraftwerk, like, get your shit together. Unfortunately, this is the only thing I have on vinyl. Everything else I have by them is on CD. I keep an eye out for Kraftwerk stuff on wax, but it's not always affordable. But yeah, it's good stuff. If you see it out, grab it. Next record I'm going to show you, this is DZ Lectric and Anthon Shield, Lickin. I bought this at my favorite record store, Criminal Records. One of the guys that works there, Kris, he told me about this. He was like, dude, it's awesome. You're going to love it. He knows my taste okay, so I trust him. You know, I picked it up, and he was right. I love it. It's fantastic, dark, minimal wave from, like, the early 80s. So, and, you know, it kind of sounds like Throbbing Gristle a bit. You know, very minimal electronics that comes across really, like, hypnotizing. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently they only played a few shows live in the 80s, but I would have loved to see this. Like, these guys are great. But this record is limited to 999 copies. I have 247. It's a really nice layout. Like, I love this. Really cool. If you like minimal wave, minimal electronics, I think you should give this a shot. It's a really cool record. And that's it for this edition of the Vinyl Shit. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and I will see you guys next time. Aight?